Good morning, everyone. This is Jackie with Paper Cuts, and I'm here today to make some lace clusters, which is not my original idea. I got it from someone else. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not subscribed, please click subscribe down below and hit the bell. So every week when I post a video, you'll get a notification. If you're not new and you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being back. I appreciate you watching my videos. So at any rate, I'm a kind of a YouTube junkie with crafting. So I'm always watching other people, other crafters' videos. And I got this idea from a Trace of Sparkle, Jennifer. She did a video, she was on vacation and she made these clusters and I just fell in love with them. So I have several little squares and doodahs already cut out. It makes it go a little bit faster. And so over here to the left, I have just some little muslin squares, some old antique lace from a slip, the fabric from the slip, some old lace appliques and dotted, I think they call it dotted Swiss lace. Up here I have some antique lace that I just cut into some squares, and then some fabric that has just a little flower on it. Some of them just have polka dots. This is a flannel that I purchased to recover a chair, and I had some left over, so I just cut that up in squares, and it's got little pink flowers on it. And then off to my right here, there's a big ginormous pile. I'm going to move it towards you. It has just cut up appliques and sparklies and different colors and all of that. And then last but not least, I have this dish, which I got some buttons out of my bins. There's silver, there's gold. So once I get the clusters together, I'm going to go ahead and hand sew these buttons on to finish it off. I have my little tool here because I'm using Fabrifix glue, and it helps to press down the glue and get all the layers without getting it all over your hands. However, you still get it on your hands, but it's helpful. It's a Maggie White spatula type thing that she uses all the time. So anyway, let's get started. I have my coffee here to my right that says mornings aren't pretty. Well, I don't know about you, but I do not wake up out of the bed and look decent. So I'm glad the camera is facing down and not facing at. Thank you. So at any rate, I'm just going to take one of my fabric squares, take a piece of lace, a little bit of this slip, and I'm just, kind of moving them around as I lay them down so that you can see all the different layers and textures and all of that in there. And I just kind of build it up. Here's some netting. This was left from an applique. I'll put that down. And then you just layer it up like this. Now what I'm going to do is do a combination of pink, blue, and I think I have some, it's kind of like a taupey color. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of the layers and then just put a dab of glue down. Now, because I'm going to hand sew this when I'm done and put my buttons on, I'm just putting a little dab in the middle. So You can sew on pearls. You can sew on whatever you'd like. And then I'm going to just kind of push it down. And then I'm going to choose a button that I'd like to be on top of this. Maybe a couple of buttons, you know. You can put as many as you'd like. You can embellish it however you want. And I think this cute little pink button would look good on it. And maybe that pearl button. No, I think I want a silver one. Maybe 3. I have quite a few here. One. So you can just play around with it until you get it where you want it. And then set it aside and start another one. So there's really no rhyme or reason to it. You just kind of build them up and make them as full and as fluffy as you want. I'm going to use this one. And then you can put these in your journals. Oops, got a thread there. Hold on. You can put them in your journals. You can put them on your journaling cards. And basically, you can cut them down smaller if you want. This one's got some bling on it, which is kind of cool. Put that one down too. But hers were just absolutely gorgeous. And this one I have a flower from an applique with a leaf on it. And it has a big bling on it. So I'm just going to put that in the middle. If you want more color to it, you can add more color to it using colored fabric, or you can just leave them plain. Isn't that pretty? And then I might just trim off some of the edges when I'm done. But it's kind of fun and it's mindless in the fact that you don't have to think too hard, which I like. Sometimes in the morning, I don't want to think hard. And you get some beautiful embellishments out of it. And then you can put them on whatever you want. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I'm not doing too good here. Let's get this down. There we go. I think I'm going to take another piece of this fabric, put it back in there, build it up a little bit more. And then I think I'm going to do this one green or maybe blue. I have these pretty blue appliques here. That would be pretty. So you can color coordinate however you want. Oh, I forgot to put some of this tulle in. I like that tulle look. So it, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of effort. You can also use a hot glue gun if you want. I need a better hot glue gun, I think, because mine just kind of, I think I'm going to use this pearl. Mine kind of, put that there and that there. Sew those on, maybe right there. I don't know, I like doing things in a cluster of 3. is so strange. I don't know if that's just an artist thing or what, but there. So it has a hint of blue, a hint of pink, and I think this nut here, I'm just going to cut off the end because it was sticking out too much. We'll set that one aside. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're getting some crafting in. I know it took me a very long time to get motivated again. And I really am glad that I got to come back to it, because for me, that's kind of my outlet. And if I don't get my outlet, then I get cranky. And I don't know about you all, but I don't like being cranky. So at least I'm trying to get back, back in the swing of things. And this is an old, I don't know if it's a cross stitch, machine stitch, or what, but it really has a thick kind of I think I want this beige one. No, I'll use this flat lace one. So I think I'm going to get a needle and sew a couple of these so you can see the finished product. I having an issue with my glue here, sorry. But spring has started to happen here in Murfreesboro. The weather got kind of weird last week. It got really cold. It was cold this morning. I think I'll use this whole piece. This is kind of a goldish. I think I'll use that button on it to pull out the green. Well, this guy doesn't want to. Let's see if I can mush him a little bit. Might have to put a little more glue on him. The thicker appliques sometimes curl up. I can take an iron to it. I have this beautiful angel that I think I would just use in the center of that. And then curl it, kind of curl it up. So anyway, the spring is out, and I really love spring. I love seeing the birds, and you can also run these on your machine if you want. Trying to get this little corner to stick down, but anyway, when I hand sew it, it will work. But I love to see the birds. Here's a cut piece of applique that I'm going to try to use as well. I'll put this down. It's nice to have a even base sometimes to hold on to. Now this is all ecru lace. Ecru as in color. And so I'm going to do this, I think, with a gold heart button. I've got a couple of appliques over here that I'm going to put on it. But really, I think I'm going to put one more lace piece under here. This gold. And then this guy. You can make them as big, as round, as square, whatever you want. I'm going to go back to talking about spring, I guess. This is a different color. It's kind of antique-y. But anyway, I love spring. I love spring. I love hearing the birds. I like the squirrels. You name it. I love it. So I have this button, which has a... Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. So I think I'm going to do that in the middle here. You get this one down. Now that's a little bigger than the other ones, but that's okay. Again, you can make any size you want. That was the doggy, as you could tell. So I have 5 of them. So I'm going to pause the camera for a minute. I'm going to thread my needle, and then we'll come back and sew them.